Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. Silver Spring School Board honored Peyton Dietz, valedictorian of the class of 2018, and Sarah Harper, salutatorian of the class, heard reports from various educational programs, reorganized the board, and conducted routine business during Tuesday night's May regular session. Incumbents Jason Dietz and Carrie Wright were given the oath of office for a 3-year term. Neither candidate had an opponent for their place on the board. Robin Vaughn was elected president, Robert Cody vice president, and Clay Johnson secretary of the board for the 2018-2019 year. The board approved the purchase of a pickup for the Sulphur Springs Independent School District Security Department and for equipment to update access control systems at Travis Primary and Douglas campuses. They renewed contract service agreements with Region 8 Educational Service Center and received a report on the 2018-2019 Head Start Self-Assessment Program Improvement Plan. Updates on the spring, elementary, middle school, and high school academic UIL and a presentation on instructional technology shared with the board gave an overview of the school year ending. Superintendent Michael Lamb presented the board a report on field trips during the current school year. The trips taken on all levels were primarily academic in nature, although some field trips were rewards for students' accomplishments. Lamb reported on the first round of 5th and 8th grade STAR test scores, showing improvement for the students over past STAR tests. The comparison was made on previous scores by the same students at a prior grade level. The comparison of improvements was based on the comparison with state average for the specific age group. 232 kindergarten and transitional first grade students are now reading. For a list of all students who scored on the academic UIL competition for elementary school, that has recently been posted to ksstradio.com. Early voting for the first day of the primary runoff Monday saw 163 Republicans and 7 Democrats cast ballots. A number of ballots by mail have also been sent out to those over 65 years of age, according to Debbie Shirley, County Clerk. Early voting in the primary runoff election continues 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. each day through Friday, May 18th. Early voting takes place at the Justice of the Peace Courtroom, 128 Jefferson Street in Sulphur Springs. Tuesday, May 22nd is primary runoff election day. Voting places are open 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. Hopkins County registered voters may cast ballots at any of the voting places on Election Day. Those voting places include the Lutheran Church on Texas Street, the courthouse downtown, Morning Chapel Missionary Baptist Church on Fuller Street, League Street Church of Christ, and Como-Picton School on Highway 11 East. Republicans are voting for nominees for the Hopkins County Treasurer and Commissioner Precinct 2. Since there are no Democratic challengers, those who receive the nomination will be the only ones on the ballot for the office in the November general election. Democrats are voting only on state runoff races. Hopkins County Commissioner's Court heard a report on county use and services at the Sulphur Springs Public Library, approved the appointment of Wade Bartlett to the Northeast Texas Regional Water Group Planning Group, and approved an amendment to the Hopkins County Platting Procedures and Subdivision Regulations. Exceptions to the plat requirements include an owner of a tract of land located outside the limits of a municipality who divides the tract into 2 parts is not required to have a plat of the subdivision prepared if 1. All lots in the subdivision are 2 acres or more in area. 2. The owner does not lay out a part of the tract described in Section 232.001A3 of the Local Government Code. And 3. Each lot has at least 200 feet of frontage on the public road to be used as access only by that tract alone. This provision does not exempt sham transactions staged to avoid the platting requirements. Bartley will be a voting member of the Northeast Texas Regional Water Planning Group. The Northeast Texas Regional Water Planning Group encompasses all or part of 19 counties, the river basins and smaller parts of the Trinity and Neches River Basin, along with the Red River, Sulphur River, Cypress, and Sabine rivers are covered in this area. The Northeast Texas region's main economic base is agriculture business, including a variety of crops, as well as cattle and poultry production. Timber, oil and gas, and mining are also a significant part of the industry in this eastern portion of the region. In the western portion of the region, many residents are employed in the Dallas-Fort Worth metropolitan area. The group serves to plan the future of freshwater development of the area and works with state of Texas planning groups to enable water availability to all in Texas. Hopkins County the Hopkins County Detachment of Marine Corps League paid tribute to Peace Officers Memorial Day Tuesday at Veterans Memorial in Sulphur Springs. Service flags were lowered to half-staff, followed by the policeman's prayer. Then the large U.S. flag in the center of the plaza was lowered as taps was played. Peace Officers Memorial Day and Police Week is an observance in the United States that pays tribute to the local, state, and federal police officers. They did that in the rain.
With spring here, it's time again for the annual fish fry to benefit the Holy Highway Girls Home. It will be held Saturday, May 19th, and doors will open at 4:30. You can eat by donation, or you can still reserve a table for 10 by calling the church, 903-866-2315. Now let's find out more from Pastor Mike Hahn of Tabernacle Baptist Church.
This is the 6th year that our church has helped sponsor this event for the Holy Highway Girls Home, a wonderful ministry that does a great job with girls. And it'll be the fish fry that we have. It'll be a time for obviously a lot of great food and fellowship. We'll have a dessert auction that the girls will, they'll make desserts and be able to auction those off. There'll be some raffle drawings of some different prizes that have been donated by businesses in the community. It's really a community effort. It's a great opportunity to make a difference in some lives.
I have attended the fish fries. It's a very joyful gathering every year.
It is. It's very fun. I mean, it's hard not to get together, especially for that cause, and especially around food, because everybody in Texas loves to eat, and it's hard not to enjoy yourself.
Well, y'all can really turn out some fish from that big kitchen you have there and your Family Life Center with the seating. Absolutely.
We've got some great people. There are some people that normally they cook and do different food events in the community. They volunteer every year. They are not members of our church, and certainly you don't have to be a member of our church to help participate in this, but they think it's such a worthwhile effort. They love to volunteer in their services and cook, and they do a great job every year.
Well, you're starting out sort of on your own this morning in our interview. We were supposed to have some folks from Holy Highway here. Pam, who's the founder, and also Sister LC, I think, are on the road this morning and on their way, probably very near the station right now, so they may pop in on our interview.
Well, I hope they'll be safe, but preachers never have a problem talking. So.
Okay. Well, it has been very gratifying to me when I got to visit the Holy Highway Girls Home and meet some of the girls. They're well-spoken. They have great manners. They come out and shake your hand like they're just so glad you've come to visit their home. They show you around, make you feel welcome.
They are. They're great girls, and unfortunately, they've come from bad circumstances a lot of times, but it's wonderful to see what God can do in their hearts and their lives, and then of course what all the people, LC and Chris and all the people, Pam, at the home, and what they do and how they pour into lives. It's pretty amazing to watch, and if you come, you'll hear some of the girls share their story. Mm-hmm. And it's an amazing time to see where they've come from. And
the school itself impressed me when I visited Holy Highway. The big room that is, of course, all up to date on technology, but yet it still has the feel of a classroom with books and paper, and each one with their space.
Yeah, they work hard. I mean, they really do. That's a concerted effort to maintain, I think, a certain atmosphere so the girls do feel comfortable. Again, it's a working farm, And so there's just a lot of things that are there, I believe, that give the girls a very broad, I want to say, I guess upbringing might be the best way to say that, experience.
Well, it's a practical education in addition to their formal,
Absolutely.
schooling. And you have graduation for those who complete their high school training while they're at the school.
Yes, it's again, I can't say enough about it. And I'm really, I'm only 3 years into this with them. And each year I learn new things and what goes on. And it's just a great ministry to be a part of.
There are people out there listening who might not know about Holy Highway Girls Home, but it is within Hopkins County. It is in the Picton area. It's off the beaten path. It is a beautiful farm and home with several structures on the property. And Pam, who will not be able to be with us this morning, or Sister Elsie, I guess due to the weather, they were delayed. Sister Elsie was a student at Holy Highway Girls Home. And when she graduated, I'm not sure if she stayed on or came back, but she is with the school full-time and has been for years.
Absolutely, and it's just a great testimony to, what the program does. Girls come through that. They see what it's done for them. And that's, I think, a great byproduct of the ministry, because most of the time they, in turn, want to begin to make a difference in other lives. And so that's a great thing to happen.
If you attend the fish fry on this coming Saturday, May 19th, at Tabernacle Baptist Church in your Family Life Center,
yes,
then you will meet Sister Elsie and you'll meet Pam.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a delightful person to listen to.
Oh, yeah.
She had this moved within her heart to put this in place, the Holy Highway Girls Home, years ago.
Absolutely, and to hear the story, again, it's just someone wanting to make a difference in lives. Mm-hmm. and so...
And has definitely done so.
Oh, absolutely. It's amazing what can be done. And that's a great example for all of us in our community. If we try to think of others and make a difference in other lives, it's going to be a better place.
Now, you mentioned Chris, whom I failed to mention. He is Pam's son and is full-time on the property. Of course, he farms there and helps out in every kind of way, and provides a real anchor to the girls also in their lives there at Holy Highway. Absolutely,
and there's several more workers than I can name that are there that have been there for years. It's not just a come and go. These people believe in what's going on and have dedicated years of their lives to make a difference.
Well, the fundraising effort, which is this coming Saturday at the Fish Fry, it's not only necessary for the home, but so much fun. I mean, I can tell you that, but until you attend, you're not going to know the embrace that you get from the Tabernacle Baptist Church congregation, along with the Holy Highway group as they come over to share it with us, and then all that wonderful fish and the side items.
Oh yeah, it's a great time, and it is fun. I'm very proud of our church that they've been involved like they have. My personal favorite time is when the girls bring out their desserts that are auctioned off. Because a lot of times they'll come and they'll bring them and they'll think, well, no one's going to want this, but then they're auctioned off and they're just astonished at not only money coming in, but that somebody would want something that they made or they baked, and it's just a great time to see the expression on their face. that to me, that's the most fun part of it.
I liked when I attended this fish fry out at the girls' home. It's before it grew like it has. You'll have 40 plus tables, is that right?
Okay. Yes.
And people can still reserve a table.
Yeah, they would need to call either the Holy Highway Girls Home or call our church, and that number would be 972-754-6487. That's my personal cell phone. That'd be by far the easiest way to make that reservation, but they can get a table. A table's $100.
Okay.
That gives you 10 tickets to invite anybody that you want to come and be a part of that.
And if you would give us the church phone number?
Yeah, the church phone number is 903-866-2315.
Okay, that's out at Picton. And What I liked about my visit to the girls' home when the fish fry was still being held there is that beautiful big stainless steel kitchen. Now, there's a lot of us grown-up people who have never had the opportunity to work in such a nice, big, spacious, fully equipped kitchen as that. But the girls have the opportunity to, if they cook, to get to do that, or learn to cook, because this is sort of a group effort, their daily lives there.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's like a giant family, you know, and you have all the different responsibilities and help out wherever's needed.
Well, it's a lovely mission that you have. It's a local mission, not to leave out the many other missions that you help support.
Well, you know, our church, we believe what Scripture says, that we go out and we help. It says in Jerusalem, Judea, and Samaria, and all the earth, and so we just try to do what we feel like Scripture tells us to do. Gospel is something you don't hold to yourself. You're not selfish with it.
Pastor Hahn, you are doing good work there at Tabernacle Baptist Church, just off of Highway 11 at Picton. There's a sign, I believe.
Yes, and it's 269, Farm to Market Road, 269. If you're going toward Winsboro, going east on Highway 11, you'll turn left, and then we would be probably about 400 or 500 yards up on the right.
Easy to see under some big, pretty trees.
It'd be hard to miss.
Sort of the center of the Picton area. And if you do attend, you'll find some great friends there, and maybe a home if you're looking for a church home. Also meeting the girls from Holy Highway Girls Home, who will be asking for your donations through auction, and also just to let them share their testimonies and message.
Absolutely. It's just a great time to help and a vital ministry.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.